presentation is on the MGM Grand Hotel fire in Las Vegas on November 21st, 1980. Our presenters are Josh Johnson, Ed Lacktown, Derek Kim, and Sandy Hunter. We will be discussing the MGM Grand Hotel prior to the fire, including layout, construction materials, and etc., presented by Josh. The causes of the fire and human toll, presented by Ed. What went wrong with the layout and equipment at the hotel, presented by Derek. What changes happened because of the fire, presented by Sandy. Construction began on the hotel in 1972, classified as a Type 1 construction. The MGM Grand Hotel was a 26-story high-rise. The hotel was built in a T formation with an east, west, and south tower. As with all casino hotels, the guest rooms were located at the top floors. There were 2,076 rooms in all. The casino and showrooms were located on the west side of the south tower. There were catwalks in the ceiling above the casino floor. There were 5 restaurants and arcades, areas with shops as well. The basement housed the heart of the house with an employee kitchen and various working departments. The hotel and casino covered 2 million square feet. The elevators were located at the center of the north end of the building between the east and west towers. The service elevators were located at the north end of the south tower. The building had 6 stairwells. 3 were in the interior of the building, and 3 smoke-proof towers were located at the outer edge of each tower. The only doors that opened from the inside were located on the top and bottom floors. A large pool and outdoor area were located behind the building. The parking garage was located on the lower floors. Here is a diagram of the stairwells. Notice the stairwells were used in the interior of the towers near the elevators. This shows the floor plan layout for the guest rooms of the hotel. Notice again the central location of the stairwells and the elevators. This is a diagram of the arcade floor. Notice the location of the deli. It is very close to the stairs and elevators leading to the upper floors. The building materials of the 1970s were quite different from what we use today. The MGM Grand Hotel was constructed using steel and concrete. Carpeting, vinyl wallpaper, plastic mirrors and pictures, wood furniture, PVC piping, drapes, glue, wiring, mattresses, vinyl flooring, insulation, plastic and metal chairs and tables are just a few of the materials used within the hotel to create the atmosphere the hotel is known for. These materials can become toxic under the right conditions. Fire suppression systems of the hotel were minimal at best. The building was partially sprinklered. The areas included portions of the 26th floor, the showroom, arcade, Barrymore Room, restaurant, and convention area. A manual system with bells and public address system was installed in the hotel. It was a local system which was controlled by security personnel and casino level. 5 minutes after the manual alarm would be sounded, the general alarm would sound. The HVAC system provided are through a common ductwork system. It was a large system supplying air to all areas of the hotel and casino. Seismic joints had been installed in the air plenum in the center of the T, which was continuous to the 26th floor. 12-inch wide vertical shafts were created. The bottom joints were connected directly into the air plenum, which made them part of the plenum. This did not allow for airflow to be separated through the shafts.
Causes of the fire and human toll. The cause of the fire was an electrical fault. A report by the Clark County Fire Department revealed that the cause of the fire was an electrical fault. The fault originated from a side stand in the deli. The deli was a store in the restaurant area of the structure. Equipment and materials in the side stand were installed and arranged in such a way that over a period of time the conditions eventually reached a point where it would support combustion. The refrigeration unit, in particular, contributed greatly to the ignition of the fire. The refrigerator's condenser was constantly blowing hot air onto combustible materials around the side stand area. The compressor unit, too, heated the immediate area as its wires were constantly vibrating and coming into contact with an aluminum raceway, which then caused galvanic action. These two things heated combustible materials around the side stand soffit area and caused them to emit flammable vapors. The reactions had been ongoing for approximately 6 years, making for an environment conducive to combustion. When nicks in the wiring caused a ground fault, an arc ignited the flammable vapors and quickly spread throughout the preheated combustible materials. The fire then quickly spread upward and outward from the point of origin, quickly igniting the materials in the area and causing rapid fire spread. This diagram shows the location of the side stand in the deli where the fire originated from. This next diagram illustrates how the side stand area looks like from the front, as someone facing it from the outside. This diagram displays the aluminum raceway and wiring that was believed to provide the arc that triggered the fire. The diagram notes damage on the aluminum raceway and insulation. Human toll. The incident resulted in a human toll of 85 deaths and 700 injuries. The investigation by the Clark County investigators revealed that of the 85 fatalities, 75 were due to smoke inhalation and carbon monoxide poisoning. It was reported that those who suffered carbon monoxide poisoning were seen to have 25 to 66% saturation. Additionally, an estimated 300 firefighters and rescue personnel were found to be also suffering from effective smoke inhalation and carbon monoxide poisoning.
What went wrong with the layout and equipment at the hotel? Well, at 7:05, the fire was first discovered and reported to the fire department at 7:17, which gave the fire time to rapidly spread at a rate of 15 to 19 feet per second. To add in consideration, the hotel's elevator and stairwells allowed for smoke to travel throughout the building. Also, the smoke dampeners were faulty, also causing the smoke to travel. Another factor that made this event so dramatic was that the stairwell doors were locked and sprinklers did not work, trapping victims in and contributing to the 85 deaths.
The contributing materials were vinyl wallpaper, PVC piping, glue, and plastic mirrors. These burning materials created a massive fireball which burned at a rate of 15 to 19 feet per second. Kitchen fire extinguishers were not used during the initial discovery of the fire. Faulty smoke dampeners within the ventilation duct network allowed the toxic smoke to circulate throughout the hotel and casino. The layout of the hotel and casino contributed to the smoke's ability to spread rapidly. The hotel elevator shaft seismic joints and stairwells allowed the smoke to rise throughout the building. The hotel elevators were not set to descend to the ground floor during emergencies. Locking stairwell doors trapped victims within the smoky stairwells. The lack of sprinklers throughout the lower floors contributed to the fire spread. A Clark County building inspector made an exemption for the fire sprinkler installation because the deli and casino were able to be occupied 24 hours a day. The deli was not open at the time of the fire. Proper evacuation of the hotel was not conducted.
What changes happened because of the fire? The state's building and fire codes were reassessed to have the most strict fire sprinkler and life safety requirements in the country. Any building that exceeded 55 feet were ordered to be retrofitted with fire sprinkler systems. All future buildings that are 3 stories or more are required to be fitted with the sprinkler system. The Fire Prevention Division's involvement and active participation in the construction review and inspection process is essential. Experts were called into the Fire Prevention Division role to the review phase of projects to perform extensive inspections of the fire protection and life safety systems for future buildings. The Fire Prevention Division has shown that they are proactively participating in the development of rigid fire codes. They also have an active involvement in the design and development of plans. The Fire Prevention Division is also greatly involved in the inspections for all new buildings under construction, and they continue their inspections and maintenance of the existing facilities and buildings. The Fire Prevention Division has greatly improved the fire prevention methods for the future.
We used the Clark County, Nevada Fire Investigation Report for this incident. We also used the Firehouse Magazine article, Lessons from the Past, MGM Grand Fire, and Command Safety, 1980 MGM Grand Hotel Fire 30 years ago.